Sunday Night Quarterback is sponsored by Midwest Bank Center.
You played in front of 100,000 last week, and this week maybe 8,000. Did it feel like a Chaminade CBC game?
Yeah, it did. It did. I think you're spot on in saying that. It was interesting. I think Coach Drink told us this was the smallest crowd Mizzou has played in front of since like 1967. So it was interesting, but it was a fun switch up. Obviously, communication on the field was easy, and just a different environment. It was fun.
And on that opening drive, the electric Luther Burden just takes off. Describe that moment.
It was surprising, honestly. I mean, that's a play. I think it was maybe the second play of the game. And, you don't always expect those to go for a, 70-yard touchdown, whatever it was. But he did it. And whenever I saw him turn the corner, he was moving fast.
They said on the broadcast that this week the coaches stressed to you, don't worry about negativity. Just do everything you can to help your teammates and just worry about them. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Negativity, criticism, the media, it comes with playing quarterback. Good or bad, it's going to be there. And coming off of a tough loss at Texas A&M, obviously it's going to be there. I'm aware of it. Coach Drink's aware of it. Everyone's aware of it. But I've been through this before. I've seen this stuff before. And yeah, you just block it out. At the end of the day, the only thing that solves it is winning games. And, I thought we bounced back and, did what we needed to do.
Statistically, a really good game. Only 5 incompletions, 219 yards, 2 touchdown passes. When you looked at the tape today, what'd you think?
I thought it was clean. It was just one of those games where we didn't need to do too much. We didn't need to stretch ourselves or press or do too much of one thing. And it really just came down to executing each call. We were able to run the ball pretty easily. When we passed, we hit our opportunities. And, I thought it was just a pretty clean game overall.
I get the impression, too, that you really don't harp on the stats. And the only stat that means anything to you is wins and losses. And I see a quarterback who's lost just 3 games in the last year and a half.
Yeah, I think winning takes care of a lot of things, especially as a quarterback. I think your ability to get the offense in the end zone and the ability to lead your team to win games are the 2 most important stats. And a lot of times, the personal stats come with it. You win games and you make throws to score and you do what you need to do. The stats come with it. So I try not to worry about it too much because it's hard to control. You can only worry about each play as it happens and each drive, making sure your team ends up with points, and the stats take care of themselves.
So the nature of social media in general is negative. You just stay away from it? It's not like you have much time anyway to look at that stuff.
Yeah, I use social media. I do. I'm active on it. However, over the last couple of years, I've gotten it down to where I don't see a whole lot of Mizzou stuff on my social media. Take X, for example. A lot of people see Mizzou stuff, Mizzou critics, media, things pop up on X, but I have my timeline to where a lot of Mizzou stuff doesn't really pop up. But obviously, you can't avoid it. You can still feel it. You see certain things here and there. You're aware of it always. So that's kind of that.
Let's talk about your tight end. You've really been high on Brett Norfleet. He got off to kind of a quiet beginning after having a terrific freshman season. And then yesterday, you guys hook up on some big plays. I know you really love your tight end.
I do. Brett's a baller. He's going to continue to show up. It obviously it wasn't ideal, with him being out pretty much the whole fall camp with an injury, and then starting the season, the first game, he gets banged up. He has an injury he's dealing with. So, obviously a slow start, but he's back to being Brett. He's fast. He ran an awesome route right down the middle of the field yesterday with speed. Caught it, and then the next play we went right back to him in the red zone, right over the middle, a little crossing route, and he's back. He's blocking like he does, and I'm excited to keep watching him make plays.
Luther injured in the third. How did you see the play? And since then, what do you think? His father told me he looks like he's fine. What are you saying?
Yeah, so it's an RPO. The nickel is my read key on that play. If you go back and look, and he came down to defend the run. So, Luther's the throw there. And it was a bang play. A lot of those glance route on RPOs, the safety is going to be the guy right there to make the tackle. And I thought he made a good play. Luther made a good play at it. And, it was a football play. He got hit. And, he came out and, luckily, I talked to him last night, talked to him on the bus, on the plane. We were hanging out. And he's going to be just fine. He's going to be ready to go versus Auburn. So all is good with LB3.
Describe what it's like to be the quarterback of Mizzou on homecoming game like this weekend.
It's exciting. This is my last Mizzou homecoming, which is crazy to say, and I'm really just going to take it in. Homecoming started at Mizzou. Mizzou takes it very seriously. It's going to be a fun week. Game days on homecoming are always the best. You can just feel the vibe in Columbia, the vibe of the city. The tailgating is amazing. Obviously, we drive by and we see it. But I'm excited. It's going to be a fun Saturday in Faroe.
I don't know how much you've looked at Auburn, but they're 2-4 on the season. What do you know about them?
Yeah, what I do know is anybody can beat anybody in the SEC. I think we've seen that now throughout, 6-7 games this year. Anybody can beat anybody. Auburn's put up some fights against some really good teams. They probably could have 4 or 5 wins in the W column. So they're not somebody we can take lightly. That's for sure. This is an SEC football game, and we have to treat everybody the same. So I'm excited to start diving into the tape tonight, see what this defense is all about, and we're going to be on our way.
Final thought. You said something about homecoming, about taking it all in. Are you taking it all in that you are realizing your dream? Statistically, you're one of the best quarterbacks in Mizzou history. Have you taken a step back and think, hey, it's not perfect, but man, I've surpassed. I'm realizing my dreams.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard during the season. I'll say it's so week to week, and we get back off the plane last night, and now immediately, we're working on our body. We're getting into Auburn introduction. We're starting to watch tape, and every week is its own life, and it is hard sometimes to sit back and really realize what you're doing. But we've got another bye week coming up here where I'm sure I'll be able to reflect a little bit and look forward to the last part of the season, and then obviously, when it's all over, it'll be over, and I'm not looking forward to that day really.